What's up, guys? I'm Dominic with Budget Plants, and today we are looking at Pittosporum tenuifolium Silver Sheen, commonly known as Silver Sheen Kohuhu. Let's go. Okay, I'm telling you guys, this Pittosporum Silver Sheen is probably one of the most versatile plants in the garden. It's amazing. It's got so many incredible design uses. We're gonna chat about that in just a second. But first of all, talk about a plant that lives up to its name. I mean, look at this thing. It's beautiful. It stays open and airy. You know, if there's a little breeze going on, the leaves just kind of shimmer and it just has a very fun, reflective quality to it. One of the most notable characteristics of the Silver Sheen is its really cool dark black stems. They're long and narrow, and therefore they're not super rigid, so they can sway in the wind a little bit, just like this is catching some wind next to me right here. You can kind of just see it moving back and forth, and that just creates a really interesting movement to the plant. And it has a fantastic contrast against the silvery green leaves. And as it matures, it just grows into this gorgeous, upright, dramatic shrub that can be used for so many different things. Okay, we've just had our first date with the Silver Sheen. Now let's take a look at the quick facts. The Silver Sheen does best in USDA Zone 11. It's gonna get about 15 to 20 feet tall by about 7 to 8 feet wide. The Silver Sheen is evergreen. That means it's not gonna lose its leaves in the cool season. This plant can do full sun in coastal gardens, but in more inland landscapes, it's gonna require a little bit of protection from the afternoon sun. Typically, the bloom time is spring, but the flower is very insignificant. The Silver Sheen is native to New Zealand. We're gonna call this a medium watering need. However, once it's established, it's actually really drought tolerant. And one thing to note, finally, is that there is a mild toxicity to this Pittosporum. All right, now let's take a look at how this Silver Sheen can be used in the landscape. So one of my personal favorite uses is a screening application. And I like to leave it a little bit more loose and informal, where it's not sheared so perfectly. It's just kind of left a little bit more lacy and open. So if you got some big block wall or, you know, a 2-story house next to you, you can plant the Silver Sheen and it's just going to kind of poof, make it disappear off into the distance. And instead you get this gorgeous, silvery, shimmery, fun, dancing in the wind type of plant. In a more natural form Silver Sheen, you'll probably want to selectively prune it maybe once every 6 to 8 weeks or so. And it does grow really fast, so it can give you that instant gratification. Now, another way the Silver Sheen can be used in the landscape is as a single specimen, either large shrub or small accent tree. And what that really means is it's just a single plant that is well thought out, well placed in the landscape, creating some sort of dynamic interest, whether it be, you know, around a fountain or just someplace that you want to draw the eye into to create a focal point. Now, we talked about that informal screening hedge look, but you can also definitely use it as a formal hedge and just shear it nice and tight. So let's say if you have a more modern house that has really tight, streamlined geometry to it, then maybe you want to go for the formal hedge where you have a tighter shearing to it. And it just kind of goes a little bit nicer with the architecture and that streamlined look, as opposed to, let's say, a craftsman house that maybe can look a little bit more cottagey, a little bit more natural. So you kind of have to just decide, you know, what shaping and pruning method is going to be best for you. And that's why I love this plant so much, because it's so versatile. You can take it, you know, various directions. It can go with mid-century modern. It can go with craftsman or Spanish bungalow, ranch, you name it. It just kind of is that all-inclusive type of plant that really can be used with many different garden styles. Now, a third way I like to use Silver Sheen is to highlight architecture. Because it's just upright and beautiful and bold and dynamic, it really attracts the eye and kind of frames in a piece of architecture or a gate or somewhere where there's a point of entry. and it just helps draw the eye in and create that beautiful grand entrance. Okay, that just about wraps us up for Silver Sheen. I hope you guys enjoyed our time together. I know I did. And of course, I want to encourage you, if you're not there already, to go to budgetplants.com, where you'll see more information on the Silver Sheen and many other plants. We have beautiful photos to look at and videos, and it's just a fun place to be. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and in the meantime, happy planting.